the booty.
Doing
So,
that.
Well,
For
I always
mostly,
openings to my shit are always weird.
who remembers what happened last time? Partially for
Uh,
Graham.
2 words. Ghost Crow.
No.
I mean, that is legitimately the most of the preparation I had for before the session of like
Ugh.
2 words.
And it carried, we're like, what, 75% of the way through?
Yeah, it was enough.
77757.
Yeah, because that sequence is how Joseph decided to scale the damage that it did.
So
What a good crow.
do you I can't remember what, but Joseph claimed when I was talking to him last that something important happened at the end of last session.
I mean, we've found them vats that had that white. I say white. You said it was green.
Mountain Dew.
Yeah, it was Mountain Dew that was boiling. Kolt tried to like get his key to it, and now he has those like fucking edgelord shadow scars all over him, and his hit point maximum was decreased slightly. We gave some of it to Discovery, the 30 intelligence T-Rex that we have, and they are going to tell us what it is.
The way you
But you just said
described
it was Mountain Dew.
Well, we're calling it that.
the way you described Discovery, it just sounds like Discovery sounds like a type of multi-tool that everyone just has lying around.
A 30 intelligence T-Rex.
Yeah, you know, it's just like, yeah, you just, it's like you're making a tutorial of like, how do you figure this out? And it's like, okay, step
You get a
one,
30 intelligence
get a 30
T-Rex.
intelligence T-Rex, and everyone immediately goes, oh, I don't have one of those.
Every ship should
Well,
have
nobody,
one.
because only Sonya can make one of those.
Every ship should have a 30 intelligence dinosaur on it.
Are you saying I'm wrong?
It's true, you're right. They're just hard to produce.
Yeah.
A usual T-Rex has 2 int. This has 30.
So, howdy partner.
That's-
There was a crow, and everyone
It was-
but me was fighting, and
Yeah, TKO didn't fight it. Ra did. Colt didn't.
we made friends with the shadow people.
Yeah, we kind of just fed them and were okay with them. So they haven't immediately all like dive bombed on us and kicked shot of us.
Yeah, the shadow people
So
were quite reasonable, to be fair.
yeah, so like Colt is low key hoping well maybe the other us are in the same sort of boat. But we'll see what the Mountain Dew stuff is, and we'll see when, because the Shadow Colt / Shadow Us wasn't around, and we have no way of finding them. So we're like, what if this is their base of operations? They're not going to be gone for long, are they? We'll be here. Also,
Did you have to say that so ominously?
also, I can't help it right now. Also, while waiting on Discovery, Colt would be thinking about like this whole tether between us, the other us, because like I said last time that the other Colt does have a Sonya and a Fume, even though that they're like inverted versions of who we are. But the other monks all have like a connection to other people out in the world. So Colt would be thinking about that and would just be like, Sonya,
Mm-hmm.
can you be real with me? This whole breaking the ties that bind of fate and all that, is it this idea that I have, is it fruitless? Is this just normal for the Shadowfell to try to break this? Would that be to try and change the way that the universe just functions? At first I thought it was just me and him, but if it's a blanket across the whole Shadowfell, I don't know if we'll be able to actually make good on our promises.
Like, it's not like a constant thing that is just like permeating, at least from my knowledge of the Shadowfell. But at the same time, like, who gives a fuck? We're changing the rules of reality every day.
I mean, this is true.
Like,
This just
if the rule that you're planning to change is stop all this realm of people having constant pain for good things for everyone else, maybe it should just piss off.
I mean, yeah. I just thought I'd share these thoughts with you, just because, one, I thought you'd be knowledgeable about this sort of thing, but two, our whole point of, you know how come we are literally trying to rebuild a reality engine that can do whatever whoever uses it desires and reshape reality, but we're just using it to try and maintain the universe that we have. But if we change one little thing, then that sets a precedent, and then people like the Time Dragons start asking for shit.
Exactly. So
And then we end up in a great big fight.
We don't do that. We figure it out on our own.
Yeah. We'll see if we can, and if not, I guess me and the other me will just have to have a big old fight about it. If we can't.
So here's a question: if you're perfectly even, and you're fighting, like, how does that work? Like, on the thought of, if one of you has to get the upper hand to tip the balance, but then when you tip the balance, it'll tip the balance of the weird balance.
The way the thing is that I've already thought of that, and I think that a fight between me and him would be an entirely fruitless and pointless effort, quite frankly. However, Tink, Tink, Tink pats his hand on the pommel of the silver saber. I have an equalizer. I can't help but wonder what will happen if I use this, but I won't use it to harm them. I could use it to incapacitate, though.
Okay, Joseph, just before you speak, I have an incredibly nerdy question for you.
Shoot.
What would be the polar opposite of silver?
I mean...
Lost? Question mark?
It depends, like... It depends on what you interpret as the opposite, actually. Like, in theory, the opposite of silver is not a metal and not solid at room temperature, and, like...
So mercury?
No, that's technically a metal.
It's just also not solid at room temperature. And also it would not be very valuable. So it would likely be a gas.
Or do you go with you mirror its position on the periodic table and like take the one that's at which point you're like looking for like molybdenum?
Yeah.
Okay, so watch out, Kolt. You might have the silver sword, but he might have the whatever Graham just said, molybdenum or something.
Molybdenum, yeah.
Or methane sword.
It's probably niobium, more likely.
It is probably niobium, or you could set it of like you pick all the like metals that are like copper, silver, gold, electrum, platinum.
Electrum.
The best
thing is,
electrum, not a metal.
The thing is,
I know.
The thing is that I've seen a bunch of his memories, and at no point have I seen him wield any kind of item like this. Like I said,
methane sword then.
The closest thing I've seen him use to an artifact, and I don't even know if it is an artifact, is them bloody stones that the monks have, which I still want to look at, by the way.
I mean, while we're waiting, you could just like try and ask if you can have a look.
Yeah. It's just now, while we're talking about it, it's just occurred to me, I did want to have a look at one of those.
Sorry, I have just posted what niobium looks like.
Oh, I was actually going to look that up.
I actually did have the periodic table up when I was wanting to look.
Very pretty.
Or it would be something that is entirely conceptual, like, the value of money or something.
Look out, he's got the value of money sword.
Entirely conceptual. I shall fight you with memes. No.
Yeah. He pulls out a bunch of dank memes and throws them at you.
He does the Spider-Man pointing at Spider-Man meme, and that just kills me instantly.
Yep.
So
Throws at
Joseph,
you.
you
Concept of it.
wanted to do a bit of story before I interrupted
Mhm.
with science?
Science is story.
In this campaign, it is. I mean, Colt's gonna go off of Sunya's and his point of go and ask one of the monks if you could take a look at one of the stones or the crystals, or if there's like a bigger hole out there, because he did see that one in his memory.
Cool. Before you do that, Discovery
Yep.
is gonna come in the room and be like, "Cool. So I know what the fate stuff is now.
Nice.
Oh,
It's just turns out other cults was like it seems like he's an idiot.
I mean, hang on a minute. Did you just say I'm smart? That doesn't sound right.
Ah, thank God you
first-
said it.
Or at
At
least
first, I was like, well, he's me, so that tracks. But then I was like, but he's the opposite of me, so that doesn't track. Unless
Oh.
I'm actually smart. Now Colt is he's gone off on one now.
or at least his first idea was like not very well reasoned.
I
Basically,
mean, that works too, because I do have I've often been described as wise, and if his idea was smart, just not very well thought out, that could work.
he started searching for fate, but obviously everywhere he looked was somewhere he was fated to look, so there was more fate there. So he thought fate was everywhere.
Wow,
And
that
to be
is
fair,
stupid.
turns out it is everywhere. It permeates the whole plane. So yeah, it's a little stupid of like, I've got to go out and find fate, and like everywhere he looked, he was finding fate because of course he was. That's how fate works.
So what is the juice then?
Oh, it's just like higher. So it sort of, as far as I can tell, it's when you try and use key to manipulate fate, but then give it no direction. It's just fate, but given form with key, and then like not told to do anything.
So
Sits there,
so if
the-
I obviously did this to myself, points at the edgy shadow scars. But if I practiced with that stuff in there, I could use it to give it direction, and then if I give it direction, I'm going to want it to make good things happen for people. Would that
yeah,
be a thing that could happen?
Discovery is like, I don't really know. I'm not like an expert in key, but like I would assume so.
Okay, you need to figure out the thing that can restore me faster than having one pill a day. Just in case, well, if I die, I've died before, and the other me will have a good day. He's consigned to it now. He's like, fuck, I'm gonna die again.
It's just like, I guess I can die. Interestingly, Discovery is like, also I figured out why all of it needs to be kept at higher temperatures.
Oh,
It's because higher temperatures the particles vibrate more and has more change, and it slows down the effect that fate has on things. Because
And
fate
that
has
ba-
things a certain way, and the increased speed of the particles creates more change in the environment.
above game I got that, but Colt is just like, why does everything smell like copper?
Fair. But yeah, that is what they will mostly tell you.
Nice. We have more of an understanding.
So me and the other him could maybe learn how to manipulate it by using our key to give it direction and maybe smash the binds that are between us.
Well, it's sort. I'm gonna be honest. The only Discovery will bluntly say, as far as I can tell, the only way to actually solve this whole "you guys are all connected by fate" problem would be to alter the rules of how reality works, which will either include like defeating the god of fate, or uh, probably one of their avatars here somewhere that suffuses the plane.
Who is the god
Suffuses-
of fate here?
Discovery shrugs.
I would have thought that'd be a you question, Sonia.
Oh, yeah, but I'm not
But
from
also-
here.
Good point. Also, defeat the god of fate. As much strong as we are, I think that's a bit above our weight class. But an avatar. I train with Ra's avatar all the time. We can take that.
Yeah,
All combined, obviously.
yeah. I mean, you guys have defeated gods before, so surely you can defeat one. Like, you just have to find their avatar and then slay them, and it
I'm-
should at least solve the problem until they make another avatar.
If you think that'll work, I can pitch that to the other me. Then that just leaves the problem of the pages that he had that Sonia was reading last time. That he has a whole bunch of other evil shit happening on the side. Colt's like, still gonna have to deal with that too. I can't have him going around doing unspeakable shit with my face. Well,
No.
maybe we can cut some sort of deal. We help. We/I help him take down this god's avatar. Hopefully that stops us being connected, and maybe he tries to chill out for a bit.
Hopefully.
Yep.
Also, howdy partner, you do notice that, like, when they were telling you about Ghost Crow, Sonia does have a crow on her shoulder now that is looking very conspicuous.
Howdy, partner. Are you there?
Yeah.
Just doesn't
You're
care.
just not. You're just not bothered about the crow. Fair
I-
enough.
It's definitely
I'm
not
sorry,
the weirdest thing.
It's definitely not the weirdest thing on this ship. No.
He's like, I've only lived my life on this planet for a long time, so I don't really know all this weird shit you guys are bringing about Shadowfells.
My headcanon is just that this is a Perry the Platypus situation.
Of what?
No one knows it's Perry until he puts the hat on. No one
Sure.
knows it's Ghost Crow.
Fair. It's like one of those really shit superhero identities.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I'm imagining a crow where it's got sunglasses on, and it's not until the sunglasses come off that everyone goes, "It's Ghost Crow."
Oh
I mean,
my
it's weird
god.
that crow's wearing sunglasses, but still.
It's weird that
What it
crow's
is?
wearing a Groucho mask.
No, but it does have a tiny fake mustache on.
It has a tiny fake mustache.
Just across its beak.
Oh.
So, back down into the
There-
bowels of the
There we go.
earth, quotation mark?
Sure, you you walk back into the base.
I can't remember why we came back to the ship.
To
But
basically the discovery.
Okay.
put up the collar, and when the collar gets popped, the theme song starts in earnest.
Yeah.
Oh god, I don't have a theme song prepared. Where's that royalty-free music? Which one of them did get flagged? I was like, what the fuck? It's royalty-free!
Doesn't stop some random person from trying to flag stuff.
That's true.
Yeah, because
so
anyone
some,
can
Copyright
flag
systems
you.
don't make sense, and
so many people are like, my music, I'm releasing it, and it's royalty free. Anyone can use it. Just go for it. And then they will get copyright stricken.
the number of people I've seen who get copyright struck for using their own music that they recorded.
Yeah,
I've
it's
seen that as
insane.
well.
God damn it, YouTube.
The point where a number of VTubers I follow had their own official original songs, like had to private them off on YouTube because they were like being attacked by their own copyright. Somehow.
You're not allowed to use your thing.
Yeah.
That you made.
What if you stopped gaining money off of it? That
Which
wouldn't be
should-
fair.
I mean, it's not like a great big company would do that with TTRPG systems now, would it? Anyway, can we get back to this TTRPG?
Nah, I'm dead. This music's great. Oh! Whoa!
You can do both. You can do both.
So yeah, you go back. They're still eating their hero's feast. They're like, oh, that's great.
Oh yeah, I remembered I made cookies because the mayor was a monster.
Yeah.
Does anyone want cookies? I made the best ones in the universe.
Ooh, I do. Everyone starts gathering around you for cookies.
Yeah, finds one that looks particularly enthusiastic and just like, while we're talking, would it be cool if I take a look at one of those crystals that one of you guys have? I'm not gonna go anywhere, I just want to check it out.
Oh, this is awkward. They were all in the vault.
God damn it, Ghost Crow. Can't believe you've done this.
Fucking
What,
good.
so none of you have any left?
Uh,
I mean, one of you I chased here and you had one. You not got it.
well, everyone just puts them back in the vault when they arrive. It's safe there.
God damn it, Ghost Crow.
Ghost
Looks
Crow.
at the crow on Sonia's shoulder. God damn it, shakes fist.
It just sits there like with no thoughts behind its eyes. Shifty eye.
Sees Colt shaking fist.
Oh.
Give them back. Or at least just cough at one of them. No.
It doesn't know what you're
Okay.
talking about. It's just a regular crow.
Something honey. I can't remember what the phrase is.
Nah, that doesn't help.
Catch more flies with
Oh.
honey than mustard.
Also, Sonia, you're still holding that red thread.
No, I'm not holding it. It's tied around my wrist. My
You're still-
wrist?
You still have that red thread.
To the monks. Okay, no worries then if you definitely don't have any cookies are still on the house.
They start like eating the cookies. Like, yay! Food. It's gonna take ages to rebuild this tunnel.
Or just, you know, take the skills that you have and become an adventuring party and you'll get loads of preferential treatment like this all the time.
Oh, but
You
we
wouldn't have to raid people.
like Kolt.
Yeah, the other me, I know.
Yeah, why would we abandon our friend?
Okay, I get the point. Colt's just thinking, okay, these guys aren't evil, they're just doing what they're told. You need to change the mind of the leader in order to change their mind. Otherwise, they're generally chill. Enjoy your cookies.
Will do. Nom nom nom.
Colt does find it ever so slightly just a little bit bothersome when people are like, we love Colt, and he knows they mean the other one, and he's like, mother. There's a tiny little niggle that's just like, motherfucker.
Colt's great.
But at the same time, actual Colt has like the whole ship, and he's like, they're my people, they're his people.
Saved me from a giant monster. That's how we met.
That sounds like me. That sounds like something I would do.
Yeah.
Maybe
you-
we're not that different.
Yeah, maybe you're not that different. He's just more purple than you.
He turns up and immediately tries to kill me. I'm betting on it now. Like on sight, maximum death mode. Oh, I'm waiting for it.
Alright, guys.
I mean, you guys
so,
want to try diplomacy. He probably doesn't.
so yeah, like when that happens, guys, we're gonna just stand out the way and let the two of them figure it out with fists, because that's probably how they do it.
I mean, yeah, you know, unless I die, which hopefully I don't.
Yeah, and then he'll feel great, and then we can actually talk.
Okay, fine.
So here's the plan, Colt. We're gonna let you die. It's usually step one.
Nah, he'll feel so much better if he successfully does it himself.
Oh.
Fast forward 2 or 3 sessions later, I'm playing the evil Colt. It means I just get to be like a fucking gnarly edgelord
I mean,
Vegeta type Colt.
Howdy will ask, if another you shows up and you start fighting them, do you want me to shoot the other you?
Shoot anyone who tries to intervene in the fight.
Okay,
Is
so
what I
you
would
don't
say.
want me to intervene in the fight.
Again, well, no, do not
Okay.
intervene
I
Okay.
just had a great thought of
unless
Sonya
someone tries
casts
to attack either of us.
Sonya like casts a buff, and Howdy Partner's like, "You're interfering!" Pew, pew, pew.
I will follow my instructions.
To the T.
That's what you. That's what you're being paid to do, I suppose. And Colt won't have thought it through. He'll just be like, "Yeah, if anyone tries to intervene, make sure that they stop."
I believe in what I've been told, and I've been paid to do what I've been told. That sentence didn't quite work. It was meant to be, I believe in what I've been paid, and I've been paid to do what I've been told.
That
It works.
That's better.
So, what else do you guys want? Do you want some form of sandwich?
You wouldn't
What,
want
are
to
they
take your
asking-
food.
Are they asking us? Because I was like, last time I checked, we're the ones providing the food.
Accurate.
We brought the food here as a peace offering.
I mean, realistically, we're just trying to learn more about you guys.
Yeah, pretty
food-
much.
food's
While
all
we
have
wait.
to offer you now. So.
While we wait for Boss Man to come back, he didn't mention what.
Now,
If I could comment, he didn't mention anything about where he was going or how long he'd be, did he? I'm pretty sure I asked that, but not to everybody.
But Bossman doesn't really come around here very often. It's been a while.
Does he have other bases?
Yeah, tons.
Oh, well, that's great. So this isn't his main one.
No.
Do you have locations of the others?
Will they also be hungry?
Maybe?
Maybe too, you have the locations, or maybe to them being hungry.
Maybe they'll be hungry. I think we have at least some locations.
Well, any information that you can provide would be much appreciated.
So should we get back to just what we were doing before then?
What were you doing
If
before?
Go in and telling people at the werebears?
No,
Probably
please do
shouldn't.
not do that.
Oh, should we stop now?
If you wouldn't mind, yes, please stop.
Oh.
Bump the brakes on that until me and your boss have a word.
It has been a while since Boss gave that order, so maybe it's out of date.
Well, again, just bump the brakes on that for now until me and your boss man have a word.
Okay.
But again, if you could provide us with any information on any other bases that he has, would be much appreciated. Might speed up our point of meeting him.
Sure. Bossman generally hangs around. Well, he always heads off here. And then they hand you a map.
Uh-huh.
And it seems he always runs to the middle of nowhere. Like, there's just this one spot that he always goes to. They assume there's a base there, but they've never been there.
But like, I take it they point it out on the map, and is the map scaled in any way? It has like a key and stuff like that, yeah? Or is it like very crudely drawn? It looks like goblins did it.
It is
I
it is a star chart, because it is this version of the Shadowfell, which is in and of itself a large number of planets and stars. So
But
like,
he tends to go here.
yeah, it goes to this planet here.
Huh. That doesn't really narrow down a whole planet.
It's better than the entire galaxy.
Well, thank you anyway. Eh,
Good luck.
well, looking at the map, hopefully, Sonia, Ben, Tiggy, or someone on the ship can make better heads or tails of what planet that is and what the topography is like and where decent hideout places might be. Or maybe if I'm on the ship, I can better track the other me by looking for the version of me that's not on the ship. Plan. Try that. Goes back on ship.
Yeah.
He's doing a lot of thinking out loud.
You guys head back to the ship. That's where the thinking should be.
Alright, here's a thought, Kolt.
Eh?
What about I invade your brain?
Uh-huh.
Uh,
Just normal for us at this point.
so that I've seen this guy, or I invade one of their brains who have seen him, and then I've seen him, so I can just send him a message saying that you would just like to talk to him.
Good idea. I'm happy to let you do that.
Because I realised yours might not work because the way you described it was POV.
Yeah.
So is that what you're gonna do?
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
try. I'll try on Kolt first.
Yeah, Kolt sits down somewhere and just lets Sonia do her thing.
Alright, Sonia. You... you begin making your way through Colt's memories. Until you get to a certain point and there's a gap in his memories. Sort of. Well, there's not a gap, but suddenly he's in the Shadowfell for a bit. Seemingly in the body of the other Kolt.
So yeah, it is as I presumed.
He never, like, looks at his own face or anything. Just because there aren't really any mirrors.
I was going to say, not like I had a chance.
Yeah. But... You can... in one of his memories, you see a reflection of, himself in this large black crystal that is a tower. That... Colt didn't recognize it at the time, but you would guess this has something to do with interplanar travel.
Andrew,
But you
always
don't
happy to hear
recognise-
obsidian towers.
You don't recognize how
was
it would
literally it.
work. Like you think it has something to do with interplanar travel, but you don't get how it works. Like you don't think it works magically. You think it works by like weird key stuff,
Yeah.
which Colt understands better than you. But you think that the big crystal is like an interplanar travel device.
Interplanar travel key crystal. Got it. But I've seen his face, so I can sending him.
Yeah.
I will just send a message that is like, "Hey, this is other Sonia who's with other you Kolt. We made friends with some of your friends, and we'd like to talk because we want to help. Please, pretty please."
You would get a reply.
Is it just a lot of obscenities?
It is.
New phone who dis.
New phone who dis?
How do you want to help me?
Recast spell. Basically, we want to try and like sever this thing that's between all of the people in the Shadowfell if we can, or figure out a solution. We just want to help.
Don't worry. Already gonna solve it. It'll be sorted in like a month. Maybe a week.
Alright, well, Colt, I think we need to hurry up and find him.
That's never good.
No need for your help. I've got this. I'm about to do something. It's fine.
Well, there's a small chance what he said is good.
There's a
But
small chance that he's doing something really nice.
in my experience, we're never that lucky.
No.
He said he
Right,
doesn't
with you.
need help. He's solved the problem himself, and in like maybe a month it'll be all sorted.
I don't like the sound of that.
I mean, yeah, when it's like on a galactic scale, the nonchalantness is a bit worrying.
Also, Sonia, you get a message back, and a new message of just like, how did you get this number?
How did you get the number to my brain?
Why isn't he doing the me thing of going, never mind, click back?
I mean, Sonia, immediate thought that I had would just give the most Sonia response of, because I'm Sonia.
Do it. That's even better. Evil me is just like, that's not like Sonia at all. But he has to go off of like the other you. Oh. Well,
It's like-
you went walked through my memories, so you saw him from a third person perspective, right?
More or less. I saw a reflection of him, which was enough for me
you-
to be able to sending.
Do you think it would be, since it's good enough for sending, do you think it would be enough to use the sphere? Because all that we've had so far to try and track him through the sphere is a photo on a phone, which obviously doesn't work too well.
I mean, I can
'Cause
try.
it just keeps going back to me.
Con save.
Oh,
If
wait,
you want,
wait a
if you want, Sonia, aren't you able to like pluck memories out and like replace them and stuff? Would you be able to take the memory of? Would you be able to take the memory of you seeing him from a third person perspective and plonk it back in my head at a point where I can see it? Or
I
was
don't
it?
know why you even cast on you. You can cast regenerate.
I know. But it's just like, it's a new day, I think.
Or do it if you want. You can regenerate.
I got real confused when I scrolled up and got the D100s I rolled to move the chat.
Hell, this might be good for you to lose an eye. You could lose the one that's just like on your navel.
True?
I forgot she had that.
Now
I
you
mean,
then you just have an eye socket there, but no eye there.
yeah, that's not at all weird.
You,
I
put,
mean, you can at least patch that.
I mean, yeah, you can have an eye patch on your navel then.
You leave Stomach Eye alone. I mean, I may as well try the rolls. Who knows? Where the fuck's my sheet?
Yeah,
So-
take this trinket. This one it makes it easier. The thing that gives you advantage.
Sure. I'm even gonna use resistance. So what was it? Con first.
Yeah.
On advantage.
Yee.
Oh,
Yeah, I think
Sonia.
I think I'll make that one a 20.
You'll think you'll make it a 20. Oh. You.
I love how I
Uh,
didn't need to use the nat 20, but I'm gonna. Actually, no way, I did. The rest of the rolls were garbage.
True.
yeah, the next highest one was what, a 17? I don't think that's high enough.
You peer into the future, or one of the Sonias does, and sees that Sonia won't lose her eye in this.
If you
This
do
time
this
around.
instead of this.
Just move like 1 centimeter to the left.
Don't look at that. Whatever you do, don't look at that.
The best part is every other Sonia saw that event, and they all saw timelines where Sonia loses an eye.
All the other Sonias were like, "Oh, this isn't gonna go well," but then one of
But-
them goes, "No, wait."
No, I've seen like 500 futures, and there's like one where it works.
Okay, what's the
What-
second
what-
save?
14,605. How many do I not lose my eye? 1. Oh god.
I just wanted a con save.
Okay. I always thought there was 2.
Nah, that's just what the divination sphere does. Con save to not lose an eye, get the information.
Okay. I'm working
you-
on very old information.
You see so old that it's not ever been a thing.
Correct.
You peer across the galaxy and you see. I mean, it kind of looks like Kolt. Not really. It's some sort of like weird glowy being radiating like radiance. Actually, it looks very shiny and a bit like the sun.
I mean, he did kill the sun god, which is another point that Colt was going to have a go at him for.
Reckoning that good chance that other Kolt is now god of the sun.
Hey, that's...
And Sonia, when as you observe him, he turns to you, looks at you.
And I wave, and he waves back.
You wave.
He flips you off.
Not quite. Actually, behind him you will see something. Behind him you see a series of stars that all seem... actually, give me an Arcana roll. Give me Give me an Arcana roll.
Yeah, Sonia rolls always great for Arcana 30.
Could be better.
32 is alright. You reckon that this is some sort of... It looks like he's building some sort of machine made out of suns? Like just stars? You can't really discern its purpose beyond it's probably powerful enough to kill a god?
Yeah, it would be a high concentration of energy. Especially if you're the god of the sun.
Yeah. Like, whatever this machine does, it's very powerful. You would need to look at it in more detail, because currently you are focused in on the god of the sun,
Yeah.
who is staring right back at you.
I'm staring at the sun, got it.
Sonia, you feel like you are targeted and marked.
Yeah.
And then you, like, are back at the ship.
Back in the room. Alright, well, my guess probably it looks like he's gonna kill the god of fate or something.
Well,
Wait, can I ask a question?
Go for
Yes.
it, bud.
So this person you guys are gonna go fight, right?
Mm-hmm.
it looks like we're going to have to now.
He's gonna kill a god?
Well, he's already killed one. And it looks like he took their divine spark and made himself one.
You know, maybe you can keep my money. Like, I don't know if fighting a god is really in
Howdy
this.
partners, like, man,
Nope, I'm out.
this is like not my pay grade.
I'm like, I'm a guy with some guns. You're describing a god. Does he have like minions you need me to keep clear? Because like I could do that.
I think we've just met his minions. They're eating cookies outside.
Ah, okay. So, because I'm not sure how much use I'll be in like a fight with like a
God,
deity.
I mean, I could ask our friend
you could fight.
if they
fight
want to come
Sonia.
and beat them up. But
Sonia's a god.
yeah, I'm a
Yes,
god.
So,
Sonya's a god, and we are friends with several super powerful other beings, so it's not like you'll be with just us, you know.
Yeah, no, I get that. I'm just more on the like, what's
Also-
a gun gonna do to a god?
Also,
Hey, those are magic guns, aren't they?
Discovery will also raise a point. Technically, you've already finished your job, right?
That's a good point.
You have done the job that we asked you to do, and also, I 100% understand where you're coming from. If you really, really do not want to be in on this fight, I won't hold it against you, and also, the money's yours.
Yeah, and like, if the
I
God
just-
of Fate's gonna die, now might be a good time to go and spend that money.
Yeah, it might be a good time to go and enjoy yourself.
Do you think the casino might get easier?
Probably.
I'm not sure if it'll get easier or harder.
More chaotic.
It sounds-
definitely.
It sounds like an interesting experiment. Oh god damn, I'm thinking like Sonya again.
Nods happily.
Yeah, I don't think, like, when you're fighting a terrestrial foe or like need to have somebody found, like, you can call me again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he like starts to back off. It's like,
Oh, hang
you
on,
don't-
we need to
you
drop
don't need to-
your dimension. Hang on.
Yeah, we need
Yeah.
to take you home first.
he also
We'll do that.
He's also like, his cool facade is completely dropped, and he like trips over his extra long duster and rolls backwards for a bit.
He rolls backwards and then falls into the tumbleweed that's always following him around.
And it glitches like a hologram, which is what it kind of is.
Joseph, can I waste my other Nat 20 portent to give Howdy Partner a nice thing?
Sure.
As we're dropping you off, Sonya's like, okay, so if you do go gambling, put everything on 7.
Okay. I mean, you are a god after all, from the sounds of it. Didn't know that before I signed up.
And she has the ability to she's not a
See?
god of fate, but
Yeah.
can bend fate. So if she says use a 7, and Kolt gives you a double thumbs up.
Okay, Howdy Partner's off to put all of his money on 7.
He withdraws his life savings 7. Everything on 7.
Look,
Takes out several loans. 7.
this one random guy can have a happy life.
Oh yeah, if Howdy Partner does all that, Howdy
Howdy
Partner
Partner.
becomes one of the richest people.
Howdy Partner mortgages his house, like takes out as much of a loan as he can get, like puts all.
So,
of his
are
money
you
on the
sure
number
you want to
7.
do this? That's a lot of money
Yes.
to put on 7.
Yes.
Yes, 7.
7.
Hang on, wouldn't this kind of behavior get you like grabbed in the casino by the casino staff?
He picks the game with like the longest odds.
Yeah, but it gets you picked by the casino staff like on the second time you try it.
Yeah, it's like I'm
Is
gonna put
normally what
all
happens.
on this random game on 7, like this roulette wheel on 7.
Admittedly, casinos would probably have anti-divination stuff inside them, but
When I was
he's not
divining one
using the.
beforehand.
Yeah, the divination is powerful enough and it's happened far enough in the past where it's fine.
Yeah, they can't detect what's going on.
'Cause
It's
he-
already been foretold.
Hmm. So yeah.
Also,
Also, it's a god's prediction, so it has more weight.
And-
50 eyes.
and hey, if we're not good enough to stop this, maybe I can become the next God of Fate. You don't
Yeah.
want me to decide your fates, right? Wide smile. Crazy eyes.
None of my
Sonya-
characters are there to say yes or no.
Sonya is an incredibly contradictory being that Sonya loves fate, which is basically just the rules of reality, but Sonya hates rules. That's why she wants to write them.
But she loves rules and hates everything, but loves everything. The universe
Yeah.
is great.
Well,
Chaos incarnate, that one.
also, I assume at this point, once Howdy Partner's sort of like plane shifted back to his home, you guys like call up Fume and are like, Hey.
Hey, do you want to come and possibly beat up another version of Kolt? I thought that this is fun enough that the two of
Read
you...
your text chain, Andrew.
Oh god, more messages.
Colt's gonna
Okay.
Colt's gonna ring. Colt's gonna, because he's like, oh fuck, it looks like we'll have to fight them properly after all. He's gonna call Alan and his clansman Vexel. He's like, hey, do you want to show up another version of me?
You can read out the text chain if you want, Andrew.
Also, while Ben is back in the other place with Hardy partner, Ben will just be like, I'm just gonna go cash the mission in real quick and just say that like we've solved the problem.
Do you have any money you want me to put on 7 for you?
Sure. He hands you all of the money he has.
Sure.
What the fuck, Ben? I was expecting Ben to be like, yeah, he has a couple of thousand. No, he has everything I have.
7.
So how much would you like to place on this bet? 600 billion gold. Really?
There's like a dragon in the casino that just starts sweating because he's like, that's more than my hoard. What the fuck?
I mean, you guys are definitely gonna be like in the news later. Several casinos, like one of the biggest casino chains in the galaxy, has gone bankrupt.
New quasi billionaire, a quantum billionaire has appeared. Wears very cool jacket.
I love how he just met our group and immediately just becomes like the richest guy ever.
Yeah,
That's what happens to people who encounter you guys.
He was a very nice guy, and he did exactly what we asked him to do. And
Also, to be fair, Ben doesn't have that much money because he's constantly spending it on fixing the ship and upgrading it and stuff. But yeah, Ben doesn't have like tons of money.
So Sonia would ask in the
Also,
text.
Ben also pays all of your taxes for you guys.
Taxes?
Yeah.
We pay taxes.
Yes. He takes a greater proportion of the loot and then pays the taxes for you.
Goddamn scam artists.
Just so that you guys have to pay.
Yeah, that sounds like a scam artist thing for me, because in all my old adventuring days, I never paid tax for anything. I did a job and got paid for it, and that was it.
I mean, if you'd listened to Flume, like, taxes are theft, and like that's why you should never pay taxes.
God, I can hear her again.
No! Oh god, it's like an info hazard.
That's what you
It's
fail to
taking root
realize.
inside your brain.
She's so convincing that she's still living in your head.
All the things you told me in your brain are still there.
They make a lot of sense.
Domain expansion, make it stop. I don't actually do that, by the way. I'm not spending it.
I will text Fume and ask if she would mind us popping over to say her real quick.
Yeah, sure.
Because that's much easier than texting back and forth is to just actually talk to her.
You can read out the text chain you have already if you want to, like, give context to those people who've not been in our Discord chat.
I mean, we're just like having a nice chat about Crow. Sonia sending a picture of the Crow and her doing
I
peace
wanna
signs.
see this. Graham, copy paste it into the chat.
Sure, I'll just read it. It's probably easier. I started off by, like, Fume sent a photo of Bethany and Fume on a glass beach with a sea made of opalescent fire behind them with a caption saying, hoping everything's going smoothly. And then a kiss.
You know damn well it's not.
Sonia sent back herself and the Crow doing peace signs.
Oh, never mind. Everything's going great then.
Got a thing back of like a confused face emoji with new friend. Sonia texted, apparently they nearly killed Ryan or pretending to be a normal Crow. They say hi. Bethany has responded that she's interested in meeting beings that can kill gods for reasons.
Makes sense.
And then I had texted, hey, are you sure everything's okay? if Raz almost been murdered.
And then I ask,
then-
can we pop over?
Yes, you can pop over.
Alright. Then I will give the instructions to Ben when he has returned.
He shows up in like a couple of minutes after you're finished with your conversation.
In a solid gold robe.
Once he's handed back
His
600 or 700 times his money.
He's like, yes, I'm finally no longer in massive amounts of debt.
Don't worry, we'll get you back in debt soon.
Now you can buy that galactic sector that was after you.
Oh, true. Well, good luck on your adventures, howdy partner. I hope that you spend all of that money on living your best cowboy lifestyle.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna like buy my own spaceship and get myself a crew and become a space cowboy.
Hell yeah. He like gives you some recommendations for like good places to buy expensive ships.
I thought you were gonna say good places to buy crews.
He gives you some recommendations of good people to hire who are very competent.
Howdy partners intend on only commissioning other people who are willing to take on a cowboy aesthetic.
Fair enough.
God, I can't wait for Joseph to not be prepared for a session and this is what we get. The cowboy session.
The
Oh,
cow.
I'm just being prepared for like Howdy partner and his like crew and his incredibly well armed crew because of all the money they were able to spend on like buying insane weapons for the ship to turn up at some point to help out.
You could buy a Death Star with a cowboy hat on it if you wanted.
How fast do those move?
It depends what kind of engines you buy for it, but it can move pretty fast.
You can also fit like light speed engines to it, can't you?
Yeah,
Or engines that can plane shift.
We can,
yeah.
we can discuss the Howdy partner extended universe later.
Yes, the Howdyverse.
I mean,
The
you
Howdyverse.
can start your own empire with a big
But yeah,
Death Star at its
He doesn't
center and
want
big
an empire,
fleet
he
of
just
like.
wants to go down on like cool adventures, and it could be solved by cowboy shenanigans. But
Yeah,
he will be buying as many awesome guns as possible to outfit a crew.
Welcome to Cowboyania.
He's probably going to buy Anthekatros' whole country.
Yeah, eventually he will turn up to help out in a later battle where his ship will be important. It's fine.
He had
Yeah.
a giant revolver.
So that you doing a nice thing for him will come back to like benefit you in the end.
Yeah. Anthekatros, Ben will be like, Anthekatros was very happy and pleased with our goings on. He's agreed to help us out, which means we've also gotten the last politician on side.
Yay! Now let's not
Uh,
have the God of Fate die. Or
That's
do?
true. That's a good point. Do we like the God of Fate?
Again, I don't know who your God of Fate is, so they could be a dickhead.
At the same time, evil me has already killed one god and become this strong. Do we want him killing another god and becoming even more of a problem?
That's a good point.
If he kills another god, correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not one and therefore not 100% versed in how this works, but if you gank one, do you not gain their spark?
No.
No, you,
You
don't
don't
automatically.
Yeah, not automatically.
Or does
You
it make it like
can.
possible for you to take it?
You
I
can
mean-
try.
Becoming a god involves undergoing some major hardship or trial.
Yeah, I think he's done that, and he's now already a god because he's taken the god of the sun's power by the sons of a sun. You said. So would it be much of a stretch to say that he's not going to gain a lot by ganking the god of fate?
He probably could steal their domain. Like,
yeah, and
that's
he'll
why it's
become more of a
valuable
problem.
to kill gods who are not demigods if you are a god. You can usually just snap their domain up quite quickly.
Or what if I snipe the last hit from him?
Then
Colt does low-key think. He doesn't say it out loud, but he thinks of, what if I sniped the last hit?
Colt, the
True.
god of fate.
I mean, Sunya is a
Oh,
demigod.
fucking hell. Everything would become a lot more hard work orientated.
Sunya is a demigod, and therefore, technically, you can have as many domains as you want. Like, you can be god of everything. It's just when you become a lesser god, you lose all of the domains that are currently held by another god.
Also, that's a question too.
Also,
He-
you
the
do
other
need
me-
some connection to the domain to claim it for your own.
So the other me, one, ganked the god of the sun, but two, he was essentially like us. So does that make him a god or a lesser deity? Two, he being a shadow person, surely he's not gonna have that strong of a connection with the sun god's domain, and yet he is clearly using their power because he's using their power to move suns around. So does that mean that his connection to that would be fragile or something?
Shrugs.
I mean,
Po-
that's
I mean,
possible.
possibly murder. It's possible. It's also possible that killing the god of sun is what forged him a strong connection with the sun.
True, most of the time, like, the actual gods don't die.
Yeah, they're still the old god of the sun is probably floating around somewhere in the astral sea as a corpse. Well,
But
actually, no.
but if me and or Raw snipe the winning blow that puts evil me down, then me and or Raw will probably get the full brunt of the spark and break out of his cage and have his domain and everything, won't he? Or
I mean,
or if I snipe the last hit, I could give it to him. Or
it's possible neither of you would get a divine spark, but equally, this is a pretty big trial, so there's a chance you'll get a divine spark out of it. Like, murdering a god doesn't have to be how you become a god, but it's certainly a way that it can happen. It's not guaranteed.
there was me hoping that they would just talk, but I don't think they're going to listen now. Granted,
Oh.
they've given us a time frame of, what did you say, a week? Oh, he said a month to a week, didn't he?
Yeah, it started as a month.
And then he
And
went.
then he was
then
like
he
a
corrected
couple
it,
of
saying,
weeks.
so we have a little bit of time,
Maybe.
maybe. I'd still rather jump on him beforehand.
You'd rather prevent him from, like, murdering a god sooner rather than later.
I
Why
think.
would you want to do that? No clue.
Okay, thanks Ben for the sarcasm.
Oh.
Maybe don't go killing gods and taking domains and stuff. It might be a problem when they're an evil psychopath who's suffered all of his life. There was me wanting to spare him any more suffering. And
I mean, you still potentially could talk him down.
Yeah?
it's gonna take. I think it's gonna take a lot more doing. At least before. I know that I am aware he did gank the god of the sun, but he had a special tinker toy off of you know who in order to do it. So I thought maybe if he attacks me, I could hold me own for a bit. Worst case scenario, tink 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 on the saber, use the equalizer, points at it. I don't think this is going to be as effective unless I really use it to its full oomph.
A
At
man
this
runs
point.
in the room and said, I heard the words, you know who. So I assume that's me. Hello?
I mean, it's
Did I...
you know who's ran into the room's fault that we're doing this, but yeah.
Yay, I'm the
Wait.
best.
Fault does not make you the best. American, you go
No.
back to whatever unspeakable thing you were doing before.
No, I'm
Go on. Go on.
Pulls out the little spray bottle.
Yes. Go
No.
on. Get back in
No.
the vents. Back in the vents.
Gremlins up to the...
Just like anti-clone spray.
Anti-clone spray.
Okay, so ignoring how You know, actually, let's wait a minute. Let's go and get Fume first. Before we talk about all this important stuff.
I mean, help Sonia. I'm low key in the middle of figuring out texting to like maybe prepare for the potential that we might need we might need more allies on this.
Yeah, you contact big NPC friends, and we'll zoom over to Fume over.
Got it. Welcome to this place where they're just honeymooning for a bit. I've got too many maps and I can't drag it directly from one map to the other. I have to move the map down so that I can drag it to like.
It's not great when you get too many.
I have to, so I can drag the player view thing over in one motion. Otherwise, I would have had to jump to like arena, base, and then island.
This is not an accurate representation of the place entirely. Because
I know,
you're
but it's
honeymooning.
close.
Yeah, we know.
It's the closest stand-in.
I'm looking at that and I'm imagining.
The oceans are made of fire. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I was like, this is going to be like, instead of blue and green, it's more like red and black. Very, very volcanic.
There aren't many tropical volcano paradise maps.
Yeah.
Wait, hang on. Maybe this map will work better.
Oh god, that hurt.
I think I fixed it.
At different points in the day.
No, I've done it. Here we go. Beautiful.
There we go.
At different points of the day, the water fire takes on like different colorations. It's really cool.
Yeah, we're in the right place now.
But yeah, you just see that like they're on like pool loungers effectively, just like
Feet dipped in lava.
oh, this is so good, so relaxing, not having to worry about the world or the universe ending for like 10 minutes.
Ship crashes at the floor.
Yeah.
Fume!
Hi guys.
Time to fight some gods.
What did you do? What
God,
did you do?
Just everyone behind them chanting, God, fight, God, fight, God, fight.
Like Fume's just like breaking down. Like, what did you guys do again?
We discovered
we
someone
did.
else doing something bad.
What you always say.
Alright, so Kolt, now that Fume's here, I can tell you my weird plan of like, technically, what if we convinced other you to like, so like, we all team up, we kill the God of Fate, I become the God of Fate, which breaks all the chains, and in exchange for that, he gives the domain to Ra. Everyone win! Except the God of Fate.
The current God of Fate gets completely screwed in this deal and has the domain stolen by a demigod who can't even hold a proper domain, technically.
Hey, there's very little duct tape left. There's people working very hard over there.
Also, to be honest, as soon as they respawn, they'll get their domain back. Under the assumption that they respawn.
Fume was just looking at Bethany being like...
So does Ben
fuck
say
are
that
you
last
talking about?
bit?
Yeah.
So Colt's like, so you'll get the, to Sonia, you'll get the power to do that, but it'll be temporary.
Hell, technically, Sonia could claim Fate as a domain right now. She just gets it as a lesser domain. She's definitely connected enough to Fate.
I'm happy with that. How does that work? It just puts her arms out like just doing the gimme motion to the universe.
They give you to the universe.
You proffer a gimme at the universe.
Gimme.
Roll persuasion against the universe.
Oh shit! I used both my nat 20s.
You're currently making the wrong motion for the. There's a roll. Please make me a religion roll at disadvantage.
But the universe is a fickle thing, you see.
No, the universe is an axolotl, so you've got to ask for it like you would ask an axolotl.
True. Good boy.
There we go.
Wow, that's still pretty good.
you think you could potentially acquire it, but you would have to perform some grand ritual or have some, like, let's say, artifact that's heavily connected to fate, like some sort of like divination orb or something. You would need something like that, and you'd also need to be like really like a powerful, maybe like a divination-y type being or fate control, like a divination wizard.
What Sonya
Yeah,
is.
that's the
Yeah.
joke he's making.
And
Yep.
and you'd
Colt will mention you do need you even with that power, you still need to convince other mate to chill out.
Oh
and,
yeah.
and then you would need, and then you would just need to go focus on divinity for a while, and like bring in these basically Sonya needs to go meditate and study these. Well, not necessarily meditate, but you need to go like study the divination sphere and your own powers a bit. and
Got it. Go
then-
get Mini Cow. Go study Sphere.
And then probably try and relate that to your own actual divine spark. And if you could find a way of powering those abilities with your divine spark, you would then have access to that domain.
So how long do you think it would take for you to figure all that out?
You have no frame of reference because you've never tried before.
Because he did put us kind of on a sort of time crunch.
Could take like 10 minutes because of how heavily connected she is to fate. Could take like 10 years.
Plus, I'm gonna go get Mini Cow, who will be able to help.
Yeah, Minicow can help.
This is like their domain of expertise.
Okay, quick.
Fume has not
Guys.
had a single word in edgewise
Guys.
yet.
Looks at Bethany, looks back at everybody. I have heard nothing that explains why you're here. All I have heard you talk about is wanting to kill a god of fate and then take its domain. And I have no context for why you're choosing this time to murder another god.
Ben will step forward and say, okay, so the evil version of Kolt.
Wait, there's an evil cult?
Yeah.
there's
Yeah,
a-
that's
What
who
happened
killed
to
the
the
sun
other me?
god.
Other
that's
you.
who killed the sun god.
The other you is currently having a really sunny day.
So she killed the sun god?
No. She
Oh,
fell
yeah.
into a supernova.
I blasted the one that you summoned into the sun.
They were a terrible monster, I'm afraid.
They
They were everything that you are. They were everything that you are not.
They thought
Okay.
that the two of you getting married was an abomination.
So we disagreed with that, to say the least.
Aw, that's so nice of you guys. I'm glad you killed someone for me.
Anytime, and that comes from the good guy.
So you have like an evil cult that's killing gods to kill Colt?
No, there's like a
Well, not
there's a weird
necessarily.
link between them. When good things happen to Colt, bad things happen to Shadow Colt, and vice versa. And they're
yeah,
he's
and,
trying to break that.
So
He's trying to break that. We think he's trying to kill the god of fate by hurling a yes amount of suns at the guy.
so
Hence
dumb
the sun
question-
god kill.
Dumb question, could we just make nice things happen to Colt in order to make bad things happen to him to distract him for while we were doing this?
We could, but we feel bad for this guy.
I mean, I do. But the more and more I learn about how strong he's becoming, the more and more I'm just like, it's gonna come down to a fight, isn't it?
Like, Colt, think about what's the best possible thing that could happen to you in your life?
I just
right
sort
now,
of
what, like right now?
Yeah, right.
not-
What's the best possible thing that could happen to you right now?
The thing that I wanted to do, be in peace of mind that the universe isn't going to end, and then maybe go back home to Zandikar to, you know, raise a family with Sonya.
Guys,
Which,
alright,
by the way,
get-
that's
get-
happening. By the way, I don't know if you're aware of that.
wait, may I may?
Yes.
Yeah, can we shift back a couple? No, I mean, like, what is the best thing you could think of happening right now that wouldn't, like, you know, materially like I can't affect the universe, but like if we can make a really good thing happen for you, maybe we can stop him in his tracks for a while, and there's a terrible thing happening to him.
Also, don't worry about raising a family with Sonya. It's their self-raising. The flower.
Nice.
But,
You'd notice Sonia run back onto the ship and say, wait here, because you'll just be upset if you come with me.
You know what? Feel like I'm genuinely struggling with this question because I'm not a very materialistic person.
it doesn't have to be materialistic. It just needs to be something I can make happen.
I mean, while you think of that, Joseph, we could do my silly thing. Because it'll only take a moment.
do your silly thing.
Also, Fume, just for your own character's awareness, your mum is like... Your mum wants to say sorry to you, effectively, and is willing to, like, talk it out, and but wants to, like, let you come to it on your terms and stuff. And, like, she is very much on the... Like, I haven't earned forgiveness from you, and you don't have to give it to me, but just know I'm there if you want to.
Oh, we'll talk later.
Okay. That is a thing that would have happened. But yes.
Elsewhere,
Andrew.
on the ship, I perform the greatest of summoning rituals. Amir, get the
Okay.
fuck out here.
Oh, that's one thing that could be a really good thing to happen to me is I don't have to share the shit with that thing.
No, you don't know that I've done this. That's why I'm like, don't follow me. You'll just be upset.
No, like you go and get, and then Kolt is like, oh yeah, it'd be nice to not have to share the shit with the mayor. That would be a pretty good thing.
Amir, like an amorphous being, just like melts through one of the grates in the ceiling.
A chair on the floor just turns into a mare.
Hit-
Alright.
Hits the ground as a puddle and then reforms into a mare. And it's just like, "What's up, Sonya?"
Alright, I had a thought, and sadly, you're the only person who can answer it.
Friend! She runs over for a hug.
Just lets her.
Yay.
Okay, so you designed the horrible god kill knife, right?
Uh-huh.
And it's out of energy.
Yeah, so it can kill God, but gotta sort of keep, you know, as much of that God murder stuff in there as possible.
Okay, so
See,
If-
and the first shot obviously is best because that permanently kills a god. Well, permanently as it can. It like irradiates their whole body with energy that prevents them from coming back.
okay, so I'd imagine it would take a lot to like re-energize the blade. If someone like condensed down like 10, 20 suns into a single mote, would that be enough energy to recharge the blade?
Why do you ask? You could probably do it with like 3 suns. if-
Oh, okay. What would happen if they put
yeah.
more than that in?
I mean, 10 or 20 suns sounds like enough energy to like obliterate a concept.
See, Amir, you've been very useful.
Like you could probably kill something like gravity, or
So you could beat
I
the
stab
final
at
boss
thee,
of
gravity.
you could defeat the final boss of every Soulsborne game.
true.
The one
Man, it's
boss
like-
nobody's ever really defeated.
Man's like, yeah, you could do something like that. It would be possible.
Well, thank you. I was just like, you know, just one of those random thoughts I had. And I was just like, only Amir can answer this because she's she's very smart and invented this shit.
Do you need do you want like some help with this?
Help with what? And then Sonia
Just, like-
begins backing away.
And outside the ship, when Fume is told that is the greatest wish at the moment of Colt, I will cast my 10th level wish. That will be that as long as Colt is on the ship, no Amir is able to be on the ship at the same time. If they try and get on, they will be teleported somewhere else that is not the ship.
Yeah, so Amir's just like, well, if you guys are going up against someone who has like 20 stars and knows how to use them properly,
I never
that
said
means
that.
someone might obliterate a concept that I like. I like this. I like all the concepts. I want to help.
But what would your help be?
I'm like, Colt, step onto the
Like-
ship.
Murder them.
We don't want to murder them. If there is a person we're hypothetically talking about.
But if this is okay, you don't want to. I could imprison them forever.
No, we don't want bad things to happen to the person that I'm
What?
hypothetically talking about.
Turn them into a dolphin. Dolphins have a great life.
That's better.
You're more okay with dolphin than prison?
Yes.
No.
Colt, step onto the ship.
I'm letting them have the conversation because it'll take us like a little bit of time to like walk up.
It takes less time than their ship, than their conversations.
I mean, they are starting to peter out in the conversations like dolphin, yes, no,
Get on the ship.
okay,
Colt walks onto
okay.
Colt walks onto the ship, and immediately all the Amirs on the ship are just not there anymore.
Oh, thank God, that conversation was getting so weird.
And it's just like, I could totally help you get gone.
What conversation, Sonia?
I mean, look, I may have went and asked a mayor for some help, or rather information. Like, it was, you can remember, it was definitely more than 3 sons that went missing, right?
I think you were the only one who could see it.
I just mean,
I only
like,
see-
from what we've
I
heard
only
in
pers-
general.
In general, Ben says, yeah, like a multiplicity of stars have disappeared.
So, like, yeah, I asked about the whole god-killing knife thing, and, like, recharging it. Apparently 3 stars would be enough. They've got way more than 3 stars. So, like, Amir thinks you could delete a universal concept with that much power. Which...
Don't focus on the negative, Colt. Focus on how happy you are that now a mayor can't come near you as long as you're on the ship.
No more
Uh,
fate.
No more fate, no more anything by the sounds of it.
No,
Colt, I need you to
everything else
focus
would
on the
still
happy
exist.
things.
Fate would be completely obliterated from existence. Nothing would ever be fated again. Or all divination magic effectively stops working.
Yeah, shut up. You're making this worse.
Ben, shut up, you're making this worse. In character.
It's like, because I'm trying to make you happy by giving you your heart's greatest desire. Amir can no longer come near you.
Thank you,
Wonderful.
Fume. Fume, thank you very much. Like,
And
Give-
yet, the information
you've made the
provided-
ship an infinitely better place with your awesomeness. Hugs.
And yet, the information she provided is still hurting you even now.
But
Yeah,
this okay, so I just heard what you just did, Fume. It's probably only a temporary band-aid for us. That actually might have slowed him down a little bit. Like the other him.
Yeah. Gives us a little bit more time to prepare. I'm
Camera
still
cut.
down for that idea of talking him down though.
Yeah.
But it pays to be prepared just in case he's just 100% no, fuck you, I'm not listening. I'm
Camera.
gonna kill Fate now.
Camera pans over to other cult. Why are all of my scientists running away from me? Pans back to party.
The pans back the other court. You idiots! Why are you running? This is our time of victory! Damn it! Stop running away! Pans back to us.
Okay, so what I'm gonna recommend is I'm gonna go somewhere quiet do some meditation stuff with me and the other Sunyas and Discovery.
Did we borrow the crow?
And the crow can come as well. What about the crow?
Can me and Bethany borrow the crow for a while?
I
Your totally normal crow.
I turn
Also,
my head to the crow. Do
Bethany-
they nod or shake their head?
The crow is a crow, it caws.
Fair. The crow can do whatever the crow wants. If you happen to proffer them bread, they might come to you. Because they're perfectly normal.
I grab some bread.
It flies and lands on your shoulder, and then waits to eat the bread.
Come with me.
It sits on your shoulder. Also, Sunya still has this red thread.
I mean, I'm going to look into that during this, like, couple of days of downtime that... basically what Sunya's suggesting is her, the other Sunya's, Discovery, and we Moo Moo are gonna go and spend, like, a couple of days
Also,
quotation marks,
the little-
meditating.
The little cow's like, I could sing you into being a god.
I mean,
More of a god.
that might be what we end up doing, but essentially the out of game thing is Sunya's saying that she's gonna spend like a couple of days doing that, which will be time for Kolt and everyone else to gather anyone they want to bring along, just in case.
Question
Yeah.
for Sonia.
Mm-hmm.
You know how come we're concerned about Tiny Cow? Because he might sing and bring eggs into existence or some other horrible thing like that. Could you not combine his singing with what you just did for Howdy Partner with your future sight to tell Tiny Cow when he will sing a song and it will do exactly what you want it to do at the exact right time? Are you able to do that, or is that literally a case of if it's going to happen at all, you'll see it?
We can try. That's kind of what I'm planning on doing for the next couple of days. But
Okay, cool.
that's why I want to isolate us so that there's no distractions.
Thing happens when you wake up on the next day. So what does everyone want to do today?
Colt, as I said, Colt's gonna text Alan and Vex. He's not gonna text Fatesbane because Fatesbane switches off everything that Sonya does. That sounds like a shot in the foot to us, like majorly. He's gonna specifically to Vex, like his clansman and like rival. He's like, "Hey, sit rep on the whole our chieftain's killer situation," and then basically explain the last two sessions or 3 sessions, and then be like, "So, we're gonna try and talk them down, but if you want to be there to have my back and maybe kick shit out of somebody who looks just like me, mind you, they're way stronger than I am. The doors are open, but I won't hold it against you if you go. That sounds like a you problem, mate."
Yeah.
Character-wise, I don't think that they would. But if they're like, so this other you who killed Sereth, they're a god now. Yeah, right. That sounds like something I shouldn't punch. Colt would be like, totally fair. I'm not gonna fucking make you.
They're gonna be like, are you gonna go fight it?
Yes,
Then I'm fighting
I mean,
it. I will
let
not
you-
be outdone by you.
that's the spirit. But it is important to note that we are going to try to talk them down first. But I'm not seeing it going to be successful. But we're going to try. We're
Also,
going to
you
try
think-
diplomacy, and then if that falls apart, move to more aggressive
Also,
negotiations.
you're saying that if I beat them, then I'm better than you. I'm definitely gonna punch. this person in the face.
It's been a while since we've had a proper fight.
Nah, I'm there. Sold.
Cool.
Better than Colt? Sold.
You can inform the rest of the clan, but I think it'd be smart to let Jerez be the, not bring both of you, because then the clan's strongest fighters like Jay and Bob. No offense
Yeah.
to them, but they're not you.
Yeah.
Wait, did you say Jay and Bob?
That was a joke that had been running through that whole, like, the
Did I
murder
miss
mystery.
Did I miss
You know
the
the
Jay
murder
and Silent?
mystery. You
Yeah,
know
did I
the
miss the Jay and Silent Bob were part of your clan?
Yeah, there's the
Yes.
one guy who never talked.
Oh my god, I missed that the entire
Yeah,
time.
because the cause speak in sign, and I was like, fuck, it'd be funny if there was one of them called Bob who only speaks in core sign.
Oh my god, I completely forgot. I didn't realize.
So yeah, you've got this crow. What do you want to do with this crow?
Also,
So
I'd like to preface that while Sonya's doing the meditating, if and or when we get Vex in, regardless, Colt is going to be summoning Ra and training with him. Like, hey, if we're going to fight a god, no better way to train than fighting you.
Sure.
Punch.
Yeah, you go off and train for a bit. Alan is like, yeah, I'll be there. Vexel has agreed.
I mean, Colt's like, hey, so this guy who looks like me, he's gonna obliterate a concept from the universe. That sounds like it's kind of up your street.
Be right there. Can I bring a +1?
+1, yes. Brackets. We think I haven't texted Fatesbane though because I think that them shutting off all of the Sunyas that we have might shoot us in the foot and be a tactical disadvantage. No, not holding anything against Fatesbane, like them and all, but tactics and all that. So that's what he's put in the text.
Okay.
But any +1s, sure.
Sure, I'll bring a +1. I think you'll like them.
If they're a friend of you, I'm sure they'll be a friend of mine.
Send. They are the best martial artist in the galaxy.
Ooh, I'll have to train with them and punch them in the face.
Sonia,
Just see it.
Sonia, Colt's like waiting for his phone to buzz.
Yeah, he's like staring at it, waiting. He's like, I'll need to punch them in. I need to punch them in the face. Just
I thought you two would like each other when you first meet.
Court sends text. Oh, by the way, you're gonna meet my clansman / rival. So he'll probably want to punch both of you guys.
Yeah. I mean, I think after we're done with this, you guys can have a good old sparring match, all three of you. I might
Providing we
even
do-
jump in.
Providing we don't die.
I've been working on my monk stuff recently.
Good to hear. Also, brackets. Provided we don't die. Send.
Fair. When do we die? I've never done it.
All caps. Really? Exclamation mark? Question mark.
Couldn't be me.
I've done it 6 times. All caps! Exclamation mark.
I've got the T-shirt.
Court's like, I've had 3 Sundays from Bahamut himself.
So yeah, Fume Bethany gang.
Okay, yeah,
What
my
are you,
stupid thing over you guys.
what
Go.
are you guys doing?
Okay, so now so we're gonna Bethany and Fume are interested in seeing if we can get the crow that we've been told is called Ghost Crow to talk to us about its powers where it can like kill gods, because we're kind of interested in having that kind of firepower on our side for later.
Okay, you tell that to the crow, and it flies behind a rock, and then you see a flashy light coming from behind the rock.
Completely unrelated to the crow, obviously.
Yes, very unrelated to the crow. Clearly. Anyone who thinks that crow could be Ghost Crow is just very misguided. And then... Where did I put this Ghost Crow?
Where did I
Yeah,
put
we're
this
gonna-
ghost crow? I mean,
We're gonna attempt a long conversation with Ghost Crow about joining
There
our
we go.
team and
Then-
becoming.
Ghost Crow flies out and is like, I am Ghost Crow!
I've heard so many cool things about you.
I am pretty cool.
Now, so my wife here. It's so weird to say that. My wife. I just have to keep saying it. My wife here is in charge of like part of the abyss, and I'm like kind of like in charge of parts of the fire plane. So like we're pretty big deals. But we've heard that you're like a really strong and you're like a very intelligent, very charismatic being. And we're just wondering if you wanted to like, join our team.
Sure.
High
Go-
five.
High five! It epically jumps in the air, and you feel compelled to do the same, and you have this amazing high five with Ghost Crow.
Okay, so we're on a long-term mission to save the universe from dying.
Nods.
But after the universe is stopped from dying, we want to have made some adjustments that put our group like nearer the top of the food chain.
Okay.
And so like your ability where you were able to like almost kill a god, right? That's cool.
Ghost Crow is capable of defeating and killing a god.
Yeah, and like, but I think between us we can help out with that process. And
No.
so having that power for later, for after all the stuff is done and people might get a bit tetchy about choices that we make. We just want to know that we all have each other's back, and like we'll make sure we're there for each other. Like if you have stuff you want to do, we'll help out. When we
More
need help,
crows.
yeah, we can find you a place to populate with as many crows as you want.
Yeah.
Like
Ghost
there's
crow.
loads of places that we can make empty.
Expand
For you
the
to fill with
crow
crows.
dimension.
Bring more places into the crow dimension.
How would you feel about flaming crows
Never
Or
considered it.
or
But-
demonic crows?
Never considered it, but I like all kinds of
Because
crows.
as part of our power, our like becoming a group, like a trio, like the elite group of the, we could like combine powers so that we could make like fire crows and demon fire crows.
And ghost demon fire crows.
Exactly. Ghost fire and demon ghosts. But like
I
combining
al-
them in weird orders.
I also have ice powers.
I also have some random ice powers.
Yo. We vibing right now?
Yeah, this is cool, right?
Yeah, Ghost Crow.
So after however long it takes, we will have a pact made with Ghost Crow that we are now fully allied with Ghost Crow.
Pact of the
Hey.
Ghost Crow.
It plucks out a little feather and hands one to each of you. And it's like, cool. So just like destroy that whenever you need aid of Ghost Crow.
Cool.
And then it flies behind a rock.
You can do the transformation in front of us.
No, I am always Ghost Crow. Big
Puts
flashy
its
light,
costume on.
regular crow. Sits on shoulder,
Feed us some more bread.
goes for the bread. It's wearing its little mustache. It's at a slightly different angle than it was at before, though.
While we wait for like the ship to decide when it's taking off to go where it needs to go, we'll just make out some more with my hot demon wife.
Fair enough.
I wonder what Fume's doing outside. Oh, okay, fair enough.
Hot demon wife makes out with you. You make out with hot demon wife. Having a good time.
I'm like training's for like physical fighters.
True. You are training. Your primary casting stat is charisma.
Exactly.
This is training.
Like surely my charisma stat has to go up from like how hot my demon wife is.
Oh, pretty sexy demon wife, has to be said. Sonia.
Yeah?
Actually, the next day, we'll cut one day ahead. You all wake up, and you find a bunch of little eggs. So many eggs. These ones are made of chocolate.
Sigh of relief? Question mark.
There's just one labeled like with your name, and it's waiting for you, just wherever you are. Be it Ra's dimension or a safe demiplane or Sunya's own dimension or wherever. Do you claim the egg? Hello?
Is Andrew okay?
Yeah? I thought he was
Ian-
talking to you.
No, he's talking to you.
I was talking to everyone.
Oh, I thought he was talking to Sonia.
I mean,
Specific-
it's all of you. All of you have egg, but yeah, we can start with Sonia. Sonia, how do you react to
I
egg?
mean, I was presuming that it was my fault. Well, partially.
What do with egg?
Put to one side, because not important right now.
Okay. Good
Just
to
make
know.
make the egg pile, since there's a bunch of us in this room.
I know what I'm gonna do, and it's just a dumb joke.
What does Kolt do? His egg.
Well, if he's training with Vex and Raw and whatever other marshals have turned up, and they all have these eggs, Colt's like, but you can't do a more accurate version of this. Chucks it into the air, jumps up, and you know how come Easter eggs have like, or like not all, but some have like the thinned bits, so that when it breaks into the little bits of shrapnels, and like the
Yeah.
outside's got it. So he like pulls out the lightning blade and he just uses his hand and just carves down those grooves so that when he lands and he holds his hand up, it all falls into his hands in the little bits of shrapnel.
God, you're making me really upset.
Why? What did I do?
Because I had no Easter eggs, and you mentioning how they're made. It's just reminding us how delicious they are.
You can probably still
note
buy them.
yourself. If I feel better tomorrow, I'm bringing one for you.
Uh,
Where do I buy Easter eggs a week late?
Hey, supermarkets still have them to
Everywhere.
like shift.
they try and sell them cheaply. Now's the
Yeah.
best time to buy Easter eggs.
Alright,
Yeah,
so
totally.
we're missing out on an hour of D&D tomorrow just to go Easter egg shopping. Anywho,
So yeah,
Anyway,
karate
Colt
chop.
did that. Yeah, doing the whole Dragon Ball with a log of wood of chuck up,
Colt,
catches on
Colt,
bits.
Colt pulverizes and then catches all of the Easter egg pull.
And then Vex is like, motherfucker, I'll do that too. But he does it in like, because he's an open hand monkey, does it in like a palm strike, and it just falls into bits.
Vex is like, not impressed. I can do that too.
Palm strike, it falls into the bits of shrapnel in his hand.
And Fume, there is a chocolate egg for you. There's also one for Bethany.
Oh, we will open our eggs.
Sure, it's a nice chocolate egg. Do you eat it?
Like, yeah,
Cool. Do you want +2 charisma?
sure,
Sure, you can. There you go. You get it. Well done. Clap, clap, clap.
sick.
Also, yeah, I was just by the way, we're not just breaking the eggs to bits and just leaving them. We are eating them.
Okay.
We're breaking them to
Eat
bits.
one bit. Would you like 0.1 of a stat?
No, we're like, oh shit, yeah, because Colt and
Start-
Vex like
starts
Colt
eating
and
them
Vex,
off.
they
starts,
have
like,
the fun. Colt and Vex
sweeping
have
bits up off the floor and eating them like.
Licking the floor.
no.
Worth it.
Like I said, we break it. We break it in like the fancy way, and then we're like, also it's chocolate. We're gonna need the calories for the training. Nom nom nom.
You can have a +2 to one of your primary stats that goes beyond 20.
Yee.
Everyone who eats their egg can have that.
Yeah, Sonia Room's eggs are a reward for finishing this work that they're doing.
See now, so I don't know. Sonia was real suspicious of these eggs until they were really helpful.
She wasn't suspicious of them. I was suspicious that it could have been a result of what we were doing. But they were just putting them to one side because they're actually focused.
Sure.
I said, they
Fair
put them in
enough.
the egg pile.
Everybody loves egg pile. No. Egg.
Egg.
I mean, at the same time, in fairness, when you initially went, there's a bunch of eggs in front of you. Did everybody else do what I did, which was cringe with egg trauma,
Cringe
and,
with egg.
and think it was the smiling ones that are intangible? That's what I thought initially, and then he was like, "No, chocolate Easter eggs." I was like, "Oh, thank fuck."
I thought it was just singing with the cow, and Sonya's like, okay, there's only one future where it's not super bad. It still makes eggs, but they're not bad eggs. So I'm gonna help them do that one.
Oh, I've got to use this now. But yeah, you tuck into the wondrous Eggos. They are nice eggs. Everybody like them. Because they give you +2.
And they're yummy, yummy chocolate.
They are yummy, yummy, delicious, delicious chocolate. You can taste the difference.
Also, yes, based on the message that James just sent, I have noticed that we are one person down in the call.
Yes, this is true. Graham is no.
Ah,
Oh,
Graham
he's
is yes.
Hello,
Hello.
I'm back.
Yeah, you're back, bitches.
Eggs happened, and then my computer went.
You eat
I
the
see.
eggs, you get +2 in chosen start.
Yep.
That's a summary of the past 5 minutes.
True. You guys need a little power. Actually, I did plan on leveling you guys up as soon as you finished that arc of the story, and you have technically just finished it.
And we are now doing an active training arc as well. Even though that we're level 23, we're like, motherfucker, we're
We were
gonna
level
need to
23.
train.
Yep.
That's what it's. 22. My mistake. I looked at my AC.
Will be level 23 soon.
I was confused there. I was like, wait, what?
What
no, I
level are
looked
we?
at the wrong-
Looks at AC.
I know I'm an idiot. I know.
I just find that really funny because it was nearly accurate.
Soon it will be.
Okay, we're 22. But we're still going. Shit, we need to train for this. This is going to be heavy.
Wow, Joseph, does this mean I'm about to level up for the first time in quite a while?
Probably.
Technically, it'll be the first time living up in quite a while for all of us.
Something would happen. Sonia, as you're like trying to focus on your divinity and stuff, have you got? I will ask this: have you gotten the tiny cow to sing?
I mean, yeah, they
Okay.
they would all be like working together to try and help them not fuck everything up.
Okay.
Ah, that's great. You rolled a D20, right?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. So gonna be honest. The cow was like singing around a bit,
Singing around.
and it went a little. He was a bit off key in some places, and he maybe didn't say everything 100% correctly. Yeah, that's all we're aware of right now. And and be aware, he's currently singing about creating a god.
Mm-hmm.
So
God.
I'm sure everything going on there will be fine, and nothing bad is currently happening.
It's fine. We let them continue singing and we help them refine finding their voice.
Sure.
This is the one time where it's like, I know we're probably gonna cause a lot of problems, but
God. Oh god. Oh god. Okay.
It's never a good thing when Joseph of all people goes, "Oh God."
Well, what I'm thinking
Okay.
is he wants high rolls.
Maybe. Maybe. Okay, so like roughly at the end of day 4, Sonia, you get contacted by someone who you don't know, and they're like, so you want to become a demigod of fate?
Yes?
I mean, you seem worthy enough. I'd be willing to let you in on a portion of my domain.
Who is this, by the way?
I am the god of fate.
Ah. Someone's gonna be attacking you
That-
soon.
That is the name that I go by. No, it's nothing else.
I mean, that is my relevant title for this. But yeah, the god of fate responds simply with, like, I know,
Okay.
everything is as it should be. I'm not one to meddle in the affairs of existence. I just am them.
Whereas I meddle a lot. Anywho, it was lovely meeting you.
Yeah. You seem like a stand-up person.
Hopefully we'll talk down the friend and none of this everyone dies shit.
It's been nice calling you, Sonia.
Well, have a lovely day, Mr. and or Mrs. Fate.
I'm Carl.
Oh, they are not called juniors. No, that's my son.
No, that's my dad.
Wait, your dad is called Junior?
Yes.
Are you... So are you Junior?
No, I'm Carl. Most people call me Carl Senior.
Uh-huh.
My granddad is Carl Junior.
Is that Carl with a C or a K?
C.
Thank you. Well, honestly, nice to make a new friend.
Yeah. Also, have you noticed why, like, the universe is hotter than it is supposed to be?
Yeah, that's probably that whole person trying to kill you thing.
No, this is just, like, I'm aware of what they're doing. It's just that, like, everything in the last couple days has gotten warmer.
I'm gonna bet that's an Amir thing.
Who is that?
Yeah, exactly. I'll give you a full rundown of who they are later. Because it's a long story.
Okay.
You might want to tell
also-
him to brace himself.
Also, if you could, like, go and beat up someone called Fatesbane at any point, that would be nice. I really hate them.
Sam?
Yo, Sam, me too. We have so much in common. Nothing bonds two souls more than mutual disdain for the same thing.
Predator meme. Oh. They're so annoying.
Oh, the cowboy music's gotten real cool.
Also, yeah. Sonia has gained access to you've gained access to the demigod level of the domain of fate.
Nice.
If you become an actual god, you could try and hold on to a similar domain, but like a lesser part of fate. Like, you could try and claim destiny or something.
Well, we'll cover that when we come to it.
Or the god of fate could be dead, and then you could ascend to a higher level of divinity, and then you could get fate.
That also might be what they think is fate.
I mean, they might believe that they are simply destined to die, and it is their fate. So it would be very fitting for the god of it.
During that
Then-
time, Sonia would also, between a lot of them, have been analysing what the magical thread is.
Ah, okay. It seems to, like, you don't, I can't really tell, but you know when you pull on it, another force pulls you, and if you yank it hard enough, it'll pull you fast enough where eventually your arm sort of vanishes to wherever the thread was, like, it is trailing off into, and you think if you yanked it hard enough, it would pull all of you through.
Alright, well, let's not do that yet.
Okay.
That's a after we've sorted this problem test. And I would say between those two things, she wouldn't probably have much time. Well, I say two things, 2.5 things, because one of the half is the cows. But yeah, probably wouldn't have much more time to do anything, because like the only thing that she has left to analyze is friendship.
Existence is being bullied by a cow.
It's not being bullied
not
because
right.
it's not on purpose.
I'm sorry I lacerated you on. No, it wasn't on purpose.
I'm sorry that my voice lacerated you.
Oopsie. I just sort of stabbed you in 18 places.
Oopsie doopsie.
Mean to.
Hey, at least it's like genuine. I didn't mean to do that, as opposed to like when a mayor does it, where it's like, I totally meant. I'm just saying I didn't. If anything, I'm salty. I only got If anything, I'm salty. I only got 18.
Yeah, but a mayor doesn't stab reality. A mayor twists it to her will.
Like a knife in your back.
Yeah.
No, it's more like you never were.
So
It's more like
Yeah,
rebuilding.
that's still on the to-do list.
It's more like rebuilding an entirely new person from the ground up, to be honest. But
So during the whole singy part, was there parts where the cow was doing a good job? Like the 58, is that like they were doing okay?
on the whole, the cow has a lot of practice at this. He's been doing it for a long time. It's just that every so often he makes a slip up, and like one slip up on this scale could spell doom for all of reality. So it's on the. You think that it should probably like be somewhere where it's safe to sing and sing about not dangerous things.
Yeah, but this was
And
just
learn.
like, this is important, but we know for going forward.
So yeah, it makes like a couple of mistakes, but the cow is. Don't get me wrong, the cow is the best singer you've ever heard. Its voice is beyond divine. Like, its words echo through your entire being. Your soul feels them. It is a near transcendent experience just to listen to them. It's just sometimes he accidentally says, like, the wrong thing.
Just for fun, which I'm sure that Joseph will twist it to be more horrible than fun. God Sonia is going to try and get the cow to teach them a tiny bit again.
Okay, what do you want to know?
Not just like something very small, easy. It doesn't really change anything.
What word would you like to know? Just like dog or log or
Dog.
cat?
Power word dog.
You want to learn like the true meaning of dog?
I mean, that sounds pretty great.
Okay. The cow will repeatedly sing dog. God.
What roll do I have to make?
Please make me a performance
Uh-huh.
with disadvantage.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna
The DC
use...
is quite high.
I'm not
No,
gonna
you
use...
should use portents if you have the
Oh,
portents.
but... What's the fun in that? I want my throat to explode again.
Mm-hmm.
God, there's a nat 1 in there. They're all kind of garbage. How long till I get a good thing? That's a D12 now. Nah, looking at these, I don't think the dice want me to do well.
True.
So, performance, you say?
Yeah, roll performance. Maybe you'll roll in that 20 and it won't be enough. Okay. So you attempt to sing dog on the level of the cow. Okay. You manage to empower your voice enough. And it's like, a little bit more. A little bit more. Yeah, like infinite energy. There you go. Now you're getting it.
And then the whole room splattered in throat blood.
Sonia, you are now, you have been like opened. You have been opened.
Uh-huh.
As in, it is as if someone has just taken a knife, cut you open like roughly half, like a cake. You've been cut like a cake.
Is it
And then you
cake?
just-
Nope, just more Sonya.
And then you just
twist
sort of,
Sonya is cake inside.
and then you just fall to pieces. It's a much more gorier cake though, because it turns out Sonya is made of Sonya and not cake. And you just sort of like splatter to pieces.
Right, well, I'm gonna lie here for a bit. You guys fix me.
The cow will do it, don't worry.
Domain expansion, restore the
cow-
Sonya.
Cow's got this.
It's also,
Cow-
you don't know any of this is happening.
I mean, I'm assuming I'd find the bits eventually.
I mean, yeah, eventually, but...
The cow has fixed you, Sonya. You are healthy again. It did a little song,
Ah, it did well.
and
Ish.
it did well-ish. Ish being the operative word. And the cow was like, you kinda did it. You definitely did something.
I was great, right up to that last point.
Yeah. You've got to work on your singing voice. But I believe in you. Says the tiny cow.
Alright, well. I have no idea how long we've been in this room. I think that's all good progress. Comes out.
Yeah?
It's been 5,000 years.
You come out after about 5 days. Ben is fucking panicked. And he's just like, Sonya, where have you been?
All of us coming out chomping on a chocolate egg in victory. Sonya's hands are on backwards.
Everything has gone to shit.
What? What'd I miss?
I don't. So much shit. So much. So, like, about half the universe became a dog.
Uh-huh. Is it a good boy?
No, it's dead.
Aw, that's not good, boy.
It immediately collapsed under its own weight of gravity and died horribly. It was horrifying. So much terrible shit has been happening, and like 17 new Eldritch Abominations were created. They're just roaming around the galaxy, doing weird shit.
Well, good news. I chatted with God of Fate. I've got the domain.
Also, the universe is boiling, and no one knows why.
Again, the God of Fate also mentioned that. I'm thinking it's definitely a mare, but it might not be.
Sonia, you said the trigger word. A little spider bot drops from the ceiling and is like, yeah, no, it's not me. I'm trying to figure out why it's happening too.
Oh, there is no stopping that fucker, is there?
Look for the loophole in the wish.
She doesn't even give a shit. She's like, nah,
Does-
it's cool. I'll just use my little spider drones. It's
Just
fine.
has the cheezoids do it.
Cheezoids do it.
Shut up,
Tikio keeps the cheezoids around. They're functional.
She had to improve the voice box, but yeah, other than that, fine. Yeah, she's like, no, I don't know why this is happening.
Are the rest of us in the room to hear this, or is this just a Sonia Ben conversation?
Oh, I mean, any of you can sort of be here to hear this conversation.
I don't suppose it could be related to what the other May's doing. He is gathering together a lot of suns in one place. It's a lot of energy to be putting out.
Yeah, but that also shouldn't... It shouldn't be causing everything to get hotter.
Yeah. Could it be related to the fact that we still haven't finished the reality machine thing?
No, it's some, like, as far as I can tell, the only things that could be possibly responsible for this is some, like, all-powerful reality manipulator.
Ah, so probably like the cow singing.
Yeah, like, if some idiot let the cow sing, then we'd be doomed. Maybe another cow is out there singing?
Maybe. I've not
And
really
that's what
checked
Kolt
in
always
what the others do.
Yeah? We could try and contact them? But the mysteries of the cows are probably for another day.
Yeah, that's probably another day thing.
We could go talk to them, I guess, but we do have this whole God's gonna kill fate thing going on. Also, what's with the big dog? No one knows where the dog came from. But it's here. And it's really sad that it died instantly.
Well, it would be. As little cow goes to speak up, Sonia like ushers them back off into the other room and is like, "Look, we'll focus on this afterwards. We'll have a whole couple of days downtime on fixing this."
Also, for some reason, like half of all doctors no longer want to be doctors. No one knows why either. There's just a lot less passion in it for some reason. No one knows why.
Well, maybe they're going on to find their true calling.
It's just really weird.
Anywho,
Anyway, I've got a
Anti-Kolt?
bunch of Eldritch. I've got a bunch of
I
new
suppose
Eldritch.
next you're going to tell me that the bees are disappearing as well.
No, they're turning gay.
Okay, not what I was expecting.
Yeah, but that's unrelated to the cow. Amer is like, well, I guess I do have a bunch of new eldritch things to capture, so, eh. Also, hey, Colt, Spiderbot Amer here. How do you do?
Place his hand over the spider bot.
Puts a cup over.
Squish, squish.
I was just imagining puts a cup over it.
Nah, just grabs.
Crab's
Squish.
book.
Yeah.
You grab Squish. Another one falls from the ceiling. It's like, that's rude. Very rude.
So Sonya's also gonna text Colt's tiny friend and be like, just gonna say I'm probably gonna need to borrow you after what we're doing because I might have fucked some stuff up and I need someone who can undo time stuff in case unfucking up the fuck up.
Something. When you call, they respond back with, "Thank God you're calling. Someone fucked with time. Time is weird now.
Wait, what do you mean?
Time is weird now. I don't know how to describe it other than that. Like, it works differently."
Okay. Right, so we've got a big thing to deal with right now. How about we come to see you straight after?
Oh, okay. Literally yesterday, the rules of time worked one way and now they work a different way. I don't get it anymore.
Like, it's not like I don't want to try and help solve this now, but we can't do everything at once.
Okay, just get back to me when you can. God, I'd hate to be the person who owns time right now. Suck to be them.
Cuts to the time dragon. What the fuck? Cuts back
Cuts to
to
the
us.
time dragon. His house is just on fire, and he's like, "What the fuck's happened?"
He's like, why have I got a massive headache? And why can't I get rid of it?
That's what happens
wor-
when you build your house out of time.
Worst part is, he is sort of made of time, and is like, "Why am I different? Someone has fundamentally changed me."
His
What?
wife is like, babe, that's like the 15th mull of rice you've ate in the last 5 minutes. Are you okay?
No.
Comfort eating yogurt and ice cream and shit. It's all wrong.
Oh. So yeah. And in Fume, what are you doing?
Sorry,
God, can you imagine if someone was irresponsible enough to let that cow sing?
I would have
Can you
murdered that
imagine?
cow when we first found it.
At least we still have motherfucking Ghost Crow.
Yeah, I'm just gonna not pay attention to any of this stuff.
Hell yeah, a Ghost Crow.
In fairness, Colt's right there when Fumi's like, all of this shit that's happening, we can get on that immediately after we do this thing. Because this thing's like, already on a time crunch as it is.
Yeah. Ben is just like, yeah, we'll arrive soon. And I think that is a good place to end the session with it's not Sonya's fault.
Good.
Definitely not. Shifty Eye.
Do we level up then?
You level up.
Yeah.
You still need to go talk to the main person who is organizing this whole changing the Lithonians.
Look, we've got a lot of things we need to do.
Yeah,
We'll just
we've
text
got a
them
lot
and
on our
sort it
plate.
and move on with our lives.
We're trying to prioritize.
Yeah. Don't worry. I know. It's just I trust me. I know you guys have a lot of stuff.
I suppose in the 5 days downtime that was just spent training, one of us could have, like, Colt probably would have just sent a text to that.
Yeah, that would
what,
be.
what was she called? Cassandra? Was that her name?
Let me check my
Was
notes.
Cassandra her name?
Was
I was
it?
check-
Was
You
it her name?
you know who I mean.
I'm
Send
checking
her
my
a text, say
Does that mean
BT
we now have
Dubs.
11th level magic?
Not yet.
Okay.
You only have 10th level because of mommy magic.
It's
That
possible.
sounds so much creepier when you say it that way, by the way.
Good.
It's possible to acquire 10th and 11th level magic. It's just not yet.
It's fine, I'm just gonna take my 28 charisma and feel okay about it.
I'll just take my 28 charisma.
Oh, well, I've got
Oh.
26. And I am tempted
Also, yes,
to just
you're right.
have another 2.
Her name is Cassandra.
Cassie.
What's your spell save DC? And how do you have 26 charisma and your
No,
intelligence high?
my int 26.
Oh, sure.
Where's
Yeah.
my spell save DC's
Ju-
23?
Joseph,
Mine is 26.
Nice.
speaking of stats, just while it's on my mind, Joseph, I have a question to ask about the level up.
Mm-hmm.
Could I take my 20th monk level, but take the Unearthed Arcana one from that one D&D one?
What
You know, the one that changed it changed the capstone to, you know how come Barbarian gets +4 in their 2 primary stats, and it changed Monk to have that as well. I think it was called something like Perfected Body and Mind or something.
Sure. I'm fine for you to have that. The regular monk capstone is garbage anyway, so
That's what I'm getting at, is the regular Monk capstone's awful, but that's actually legit pretty damn good. Because it means Kolt now has stats that are akin to Sunya and Fume.
yeah, go for it.
Wow.
Thank you.
And next week, we might be fighting. Or, if we're lucky, talking.
I will point out I'm not going to be here next week.
Excellent.
Excellent, we're down somebody already.
It's fine.
Unless we
you
want to
could
do... we could just do like a silly side thing that's not plot,
True.
like, or us related next week, just so
You
that
can just
for
pop
the...
at me if you want.
No.
I mean,
we
you
won't
could
do that
also-
to each other's characters.
I mean, to be honest, you might spend the entire